and with Mizzou head cross-country coach Marc Burns here at the Forest Park Cross Country Festival on the Friday after the college races have ended up. And Chicago area native and former Loyola Chicago All-American, and has coached several places around in the Midwest and had success at Loyola, Wichita State, and Bradley, and now takes over the Mizzou program. Tell me, obviously, it sounds like it was a pretty exciting chance and opportunity for you to take, and been a Mizzou fan since your young days. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, I grew up a Missouri Tiger fan. My dad's a Mizzou alum, and so I grew up cheering for the Tigers and watching the great basketball teams of the late 70s and early 80s, and had a Tony Galbraith poster on my wall and all that kind of stuff. So that was pretty cool, to grow up that way. Not many people knew that about me, really. And when this job came about and Coach Halter called me, it was a cool feeling, because I knew all along through all my stops, and we'd come through Columbia a lot, like going from Wichita State to this side for regionals at Bradley or something. We'd always stop halfway in Columbia and run on the MKT trail, and even use the track, because Coach Rainbolt's good friends with Coach McGuire. And so just being through Columbia quite a few times and realizing, just seeing like what a phenomenal place it is, and the trail system that's available there. So always felt like, that Mizzou was just a great place to have a big time distance program. And and now being here, it's even better than I thought. The trails and the places that we have to train, the soft surface venues that we have to train on are phenomenal. The golf course right there on campus is an unbelievable place to train. We've got a loop there that we made that is like our GRIAC loop that we're going to be training on and getting ready for GRIAC. And it's about the closest thing to that back loop in GRIAC that I've ever found. So it's just exciting to be here, and I think Coach Halter has a great vision for the program, and to be at a place that values the distance side of things as much as Coach Halter does, and is really exciting too. So we've got the background and the support from Coach Halter and the administration for this track and field team to do some really special things here in the years to come, and for us on the cross country side to benefit from that emphasis on the distance events on the track will lend itself to a fantastically deep cross country program, and one that we think can really compete at a high level. Yeah, no, I feel like when Coach Lynn got the job, thought like, man, this is kind of a sleeping giant type of thing, and he did a great job at building the program, and I think he'll continue to build on that. What I'm sure, not only being excited about just a place that a little bit, but also just the opportunity and resources at Mizzou, I'm sure are far much more than you've ever had at any other of your stops. Oh man, I can't even tell you. It's unbelievable. The support that we have here at Mizzou for our student athletes is just amazing, and to see it and to see it in action is, I've always heard about it. I was always at some smaller schools that didn't quite have the same resource level. And now to see it in action and to see how it actually does benefit the student athletes, it's just not like, overkill and just like, oh, they get all this. It's like, no, it's actually used in a positive way, in a way that's going to help these kids become better. They're just things that I couldn't do at smaller schools. There's some things that we just didn't have the resources to do, and that's exciting to be at a place where you honestly feel like you could win a national title. And I feel that we can win a national title here someday. I don't know when. I hope sooner than later. And as I tell recruits, I'm like, I can't guarantee you that we're going to win a national title. What I can guarantee you is that we're going to have we have the resources, and we have the ability to put together a team that can contend for a national title. And what it's all about to win a national title. Sometimes it takes a little bit of luck. You got to have the right pieces in place, and then things got to come together the right way in the right year. But that's pretty cool. And to have all the things that we have here, from massage therapist to a chiropractor, full-time chiropractor, to an Alter G, to the everything that's at the Mizzou Athletic Training Complex, to the academic support, to the budgets and being able to travel and compete where we need to compete, to having the gear that we need to have to keep our kids healthy and keep great shoes on the kids' feet. Whenever we need all these little things that. It's not one thing you can point to that's going to make a difference. It's all of these things together that allows us to do the things that we need to do to help this team be, at the level we want to be at.
With all that said, it sounds like it wasn't a hard choice to leave the situation you were in, because to me, it seems like you had a great situation, a distance-only program, and a couple of great young assistants. But I mean, just leaving that and coming for this makes me really makes me think that you really wanted to challenge of being at one of the top conferences and one of the top, big major schools. And so I think that we're just taking the job. I think that shows a lot about what you're wanting to accomplish.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. It was leaving Bradley was tough. It's a great situation. That is a great institution, and they're doing a lot of great things with the program. And I feel like I left it in a good place. Whenever
absolutely.
you leave a place better than what you came to it as, that's a good thing. And they were able to hire a really good coach, and I think they're going to go on to do great things. I just feel like here, like I said, I think you could get you can develop a really good team at a place like Bradley, and a really good year is going to be a top 20 year in the nation, and that would be super exciting.
Right.
And who knows how high up you could go? I mean, look at Butler. They were third, and so you never know. But with the resources and the support that we have here, I just feel like that the sky's the limit here, and there are no limits, and that's where I want to be. I want to be at a place where we can do something really, really unique.
Well, your native state of Illinois is very fertile ground for recruiting, and Chicago and the suburbs have all great talent. But I feel like in the last decade, with the growth of the Coach Association and the internet, Missouri has really made big jumps, and there's talent all over the state at all different levels, and obviously you'd be recruiting kids from all over the country. But how important is it to you to get to know some of these coaches in the high schools in Missouri, and where does that rank on the is it important to get Missouri kids, or
very important? Okay. Very important, absolutely. Everywhere I've been, we've had a philosophy of building from the inside out, and you've got to take care of your home state. So meeting the Missouri coaches and recruiting the Missouri kids is a huge priority for us. Absolutely. And with the exposure that the SEC brings us, I mean, obviously we have a larger area now, that national area now, and international, that people know us more than they've ever known us before. So certainly we have the ability to recruit across the nation, across the pond, overseas more than ever. But we can never lose sight of Missouri and recruiting right here in our backyard. So it starts in Missouri, and it goes to the Midwestern states, and then we get out and we handpick some people from the edges of the country, and a few international kids, and we'll have a good mix of kids in this program as we move forward. But we'll always be going after the best kids in Missouri. Absolutely. I mean, that's we're the flagship school here in the state of Missouri, and we've got to take care of our own and be able to attract the best kids and keep them in Missouri, so that they understand that they've got an amazing option right here in their home state, and to have that pride. We want to develop that sense of pride for those kids, that they just, when they get good, they want to go to Mizzou, because they want to help Mizzou win a national championship right here from a bunch of Missouri kids, and that would be really cool.
And do you see the Mizzou as a special opportunity? I know Coach McGuire has always preached, the biggest state university right in the middle of the state, and especially with Missouri State now not having a men's team, is that something unusual that you obviously didn't see in Illinois and Kansas, with the Kansas and Kansas States and that type of thing?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this is it's no longer a sleeping giant. We're a giant, and that's exciting. And just amazing opportunities here in the state of Missouri to attract the best kids in the state to come here and be a part of this program and help us grow to where we want to be. It's and not only is it the flagship school, and but it's such a great academic institution. That if you're a really good student, it's a great option for you to it's not like it's just anybody. It's like we're getting the best of the best to come here, and that's exciting. And certainly with if you look around the state and without Missouri State doesn't have men's track and cross country, and it's a huge benefit for us to be able to offer all of those and be able to attract those kids here.
Well, appreciate the time, Coach. Thanks for it, and I think a bright future for the Mizzou cross-country program and distance squad. So thanks for the time, and I'll let you get out of this cold wind finally. So,
all right, thanks very much. Looking forward to it.
All right, thanks.
Have a great night.